Welcome to the Double Shot Drone Podcast, hosted by Davy Kieran and Mike Berthold, two professional Florida drone pilots and entrepreneurs. As well. Well, Davy, welcome.
Mike, how are you?
How you doing? Welcome to Double Shot Drones Podcast. So it's funny, as I was editing these episodes, those first couple ones, we didn't have a name.
Oh, we didn't?
We didn't. I don't think we had a name until like episode 7 or 8. But anyway, because I'm putting graphics on because we're going to be doing it, this stuff on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
I'm like on the screen, I'm like, double shot drone, double shot drones. You'll see it when you check out the episode.
That's funny because I just actually came across in my notes on my phone the other day, and now that I say this, I'm not sure I'll be able to find it again. But you remember we were talking about what our name for our podcast should be, and I put a list together. You put a list together.
We had like 50 names.
Yeah, I just came across that thing the other day. Now I can't find it, but yeah, double shot drones. Here we are.
So what happened this week? We did something this weekend.
Well, actually, we did something this week, Mike, but before we go any further, I would like to say thank you very much because you did all of this week. You put this whole thing together. You spoke to Lieutenant Reese. You communicated with Azalea Middle School. You did everything today. You put the mugs together and the T-shirts together.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
And without you, I'd still be sitting here talking about it. You know what I mean? So, more power to you.
I am the graphic guy. So, I mean, that's my forte, graphics, photography, all that, I mean, I was a graphic artist for so many years. So that stuff, I'm not going to say it's easy for me, but it's probably a little easier for me to do it than for you. So I was glad to do it, actually.
Well, just the whole idea. I mean, again, even the fact that you contacted them before you contacted me and you said, I think we're signed up for the, drone expo for Sunshine,
I just knew, okay. I can read your mind. I knew you'd want to go.
Well, listen, buddy, we had a blast. I mean, I had a blast. I mean, we met a lot of good people and it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went to the Sunshine State Drone. No, yeah, you're welcome. Sunshine State Drone Expo at Azalea Middle School.
Azalea Middle School, yeah.
In St. Petersburg there, and it was put on by Captain Reese. And he's on our list to interview, by the way, for the podcast. I think he'll be a very interesting interview. Just how he put that whole thing together. Oh my God. That's an amazing feat, right? I can only imagine.
I mean, I'm not going to go there, but I will.
I will.
Yeah, I know. I was in the nightclub business for 30, 40 years there in New York City, and you're talking 500-600 people every Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and I would have a 125-person party over there. I would have a 30-person party over there. I would have a 75-person party over there. I have a 15-person party over there, and then everything else on top of it. And you would go to work, and it would just be controlled chaos. I mean, it's like you do it every day, you do it every weekend. Not that that his
we can hear that.
His thing, I mean, this is a once a year thing, but I'm sure he does other things, and he runs the school there, and he's got that platform. So, his work ethic, I think, is showed itself. So, but
you hear that, Brent?
It's it's a challenge, but once you get into the rhythm, you get it done. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Lieutenant Reese, I'd like to get him on and have a chat.
So we've been just I can't stop thinking about Ken Flemming, the guy that we met
Yeah.
That does dive recovery with, he's uh he's solving cold case files, 10, 15, 20-year cold case files
Yeah.
using
Yeah.
drones, submersible drones, and diving. And it seems like he has very little help. Like, I mean, once in a while he coordinates with the police department, or, fire and rescue, I guess. But man, I got to talk to him all day.
Well, we spoke to him
And
for half the day. So,
yeah, yeah,
and Ken, thank you very much for spending some time with us.
absolutely.
Amazing, just, for somebody like that to drop in and sit down and share their experiences and communicate what the other sides of our industry, that you just wouldn't think
I
of
mean,
when
that
you
was I mean, I don't know, I won't really call it a vertical, but maybe I never even thought about that. Like,
well, he's got a I mean,
cave diving background, and he's,
exactly.
yeah,
So,
it just kind of, it was
I don't
probably
know, because I'm a
seamless.
drone pilot, am I going to go scuba diving? You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
although I will say this, today I did a couple of bees jobs this morning, and I had to cancel a real estate job because of the fog down here. I don't know how it was with you, but we were very heavy fog today, so I had to cancel a
Morning
big
was
real
fog,
estate.
but it lifted.
Yeah, no, not with us today, but I had a I had a bees job today, and the gentleman said to me, he says, just when you go out the back by the lake, he said, just spend some time and look. He goes, because I saw a gator out there. He goes, our gators are usually 6, 7 feet. He goes, but this thing was a lot bigger than that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you kidding me? He goes, no, right at the AIDS there. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, gotcha, thank you. So I did, I was very conscious of how close I got to the water. But when I put the drone up, I actually flew it out quite a bit over the lake, and I was like, let me just see if I can see,
The peripheral of
because
the lake. Yeah.
you remember Ken was talking about the gators?
Yeah. He was saying that, I thought it was kind of interesting how the process went. Did he say something about, somebody will report something in the lake, maybe sometimes, or he'll just look up old cold case files,
Yeah,
and
but
he'll find out where, maybe where they were hanging out, that type of thing. And
yeah,
if
well,
they were anywhere near a lake.
his answer to the gator thing was, he says, we have an app for that. And
Yeah.
when he was talking to the cop or whatever it was, the first responder or something, the guy goes, you have an app for gators? And he goes, yeah, let me show you. And he goes, him and his guy would get into a little small boat that they had, or maybe a kayak or something that it was. And he
Yeah.
goes, he dropped like a 2 horsepower motor in the back of the thing. And he goes, just do some, laps, you know what I mean? Like circle in, circle, get bigger, bigger, bigger. He says, because, gators are surface animals primarily when they're feeding. And he goes, and once you start doing circles and you get bigger and bigger and bigger, you're basically just chasing the gators out, you know what I mean? And he goes, that's the app.
Oh, that's the app. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the app for
I,
chasing gators.
I
Yeah.
think I might have missed that part.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, there's like he's got a process, and I think when we get him on the podcast, that we're going to learn a little bit more about that process of how he goes from just finding out about a missing person to, scanning the lakes in the area, um, and then, with the drone and stuff, and then, seeing something like he was saying, like, yeah, it has to be like 5 feet or under for you to really see the vehicle. And if it's any deeper than that, you're probably not going to see it. And then you got to just start, putting this. I think he did say he would put the submersible in there to see if there's any underwater gators. And then did he say something about, but you don't have to really worry about them on the bottom. They're more, surface feeders.
Well, that was it was. Well, that's what he was saying. He says when they're
That's
up
like,
top, they're feeding. When they're down below, they're.
and I was like, okay, this guy
Yeah.
knows. This guy knows his stuff. And then he puts on the dive suit and dives down there and finds the vehicle. And then what happens, Davey? Sticks his
Well, when
arm around the
when
window.
you're reaching around and you got a couple of sockets and empty holes and I mean
Stuck
all
his
that stuff.
stuck his what did he say? I'm reaching around. I feel the steering wheel, and the truck's upside down or the car's upside down, and there's like silt and muck and fish swimming around, and then all of a sudden I'm just by feel, and all of a sudden my thumb
Feels like a head.
goes into a socket, and I'm like, socket, like what? Like a human skull socket, and then I know I got a body, and I'm like, yeah, at that point, that's when I fricking go to the surface, get the hell out of there. But no, he doesn't. You know, he's a cave diver, so.
Well,
Wow.
that's one of the memorable scenes in Jaws. Obviously, everybody's seen Jaws at this
Oh
stage.
yeah, when you see the eye socket, yeah.
Where the guy goes down, he's by the boat, and the front panel is cut out of the boat with a bite mark, and the next thing the head comes rolling out, and the guy just
With it
out,
like the eye coming out, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, with the eye, yeah, that's it.
But
Yeah.
anyway, I think I left him a message today, and I said, hey, thanks for stopping by the booth, you know, we had there at the Sunshine State Drone Expo, and you were definitely one of the most interesting guys we talked to that day. And we definitely need to talk to you more. We need to get you on the podcast. And I said it's not going to be a one deal. It's going to be like a 4-part series, I think, because you know, people need to know about that stuff.
Listen, we get them on once, and then we'll get them on like 3 weeks later. You know, it doesn't have to be 4 in a row. You know,
it's you know, we could do like a question and answer thing too, like, or maybe a poll or something. You know, if this guy really, you know, helping solve things, and you know, anyway. But that was cool. And who else did you think was interesting? I've got the whole list here. I thought there was several people. Now there are some people that just put their name with no description. But others put a really detailed description, like
Julie was very
from St. Pete, Julie Gomez. From drones and tech programs at St. Pete College. So we'll definitely get her on here. Very interested to hear about what she's got to say. Another guy, let's see, does that's lost pets search and rescue. Remember that guy?
Yeah, I do actually.
That was Justin Orantes.
Yeah.
And
Bryce from Fly Motion.
Yep. Bryce from Bryce Klein. We'll definitely get him on there. The Fly Tribe magazine.
Fly Tribe, 100%. Yeah.
That seemed really interesting.
You know, they've got their finger on the pulse right there. They're go-getters, yeah.
And then Dylan Robbins, who's actually in my neck of the woods, is One Day Inspections. But I've been hearing a lot about him anyway, and even though we're in competition with each other, you know, hey, competition's good, you know. And then Craig Spears from Fix and Fly Drones.
Yeah,
had a good conversation with him. Remember his booth was right across from ours.
Yeah.
And he's located in Sarasota.
Yeah. And then we saw Mark, our one of our original
Mark
showed up.
That was cool.
And then people like that the gentleman Matthew, who's a budding entrepreneur, you know, a budding drone pilot.
Yep, a few of those, like and then that dude from South,
you know,
Alex Daquila from South. Remember, he did all the flying in Southeast Asia.
Yes.
What was his name? He says he's Alex.
Alex, that's right.
Daquila. And he was talking about
he's off to Vietnam and Cambodia this week.
He's getting his drone confiscated, and it's just like you do like a Discovery Channel on him too. There were several people that stopped by our booth. I was just like, Yeah, that would be a good Discovery Channel. That would, so another guy, Juan Lopez, drone
What's that
inspection
drone?
software. He had that drone inspection. He was developing it.
Who is that now?
Juan Lopez. He stopped by with his wife, I believe, and he has that drone inspection software that he wanted to talk about. And then Drone Flyer Club. There was a Drone Flyers Club guy. Oh, was that the one from
The four guys, yeah.
the older guys from
The older guys, yeah.
the Villages?
That's right.
Is
Yeah.
that the Villages? I gotta put that on here. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of. I don't think we're, and then of course we need some more Ascend, some Sky Eye Network guests, but Davey, I don't think we're gonna have to worry about guests for some time.
Listen, I mean, we'll
And it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of what kind of response we get when we do like a guest episode versus just an episode like this, um, because guests are got something else to offer.
Of course, and then they'll tell, their friends and their peeps and
Yep. Yep. So, what else is going on? What time did we get on here? Was it 8:45? Yeah, we got about 10 minutes probably.
something like that, yeah.
So
I'm tired today,
so you got home safely. That's good. You must have been tired when you got home.
Listen, I mean, I know you brought your smart TV there, but I had the monitor that I'm actually looking at right now. I had that in the back of my car. I dismantled all my computer
Oh
stuff,
man.
cables, and took everything up there, and it was in the back of the car. But I mean, I didn't bring it all in initially because I mean, what was the point of me
I
bringing
didn't either. I left it all in my truck.
But until you brought your stuff in and was like, okay, well, we need this, and once I saw you with
okay,
the
you're talking
monitor, I'm
about,
like,
yeah.
I don't need, I'm not even going to say I have a monitor because
Oh,
it's like,
okay. Was your monitor smaller or?
no, it's 27 inch. I think yours was like a 36 or something like that, but
Yeah.
whatever. And then as soon as I got back here, I took my gimbal out and I put it up there, and I put it together like that, and the gimbal, I was like, seriously? I think it was just too tired, to be thinking, because those gimbals themselves can be a pain to balance, but I couldn't even get the thing set up. I was like, what?
So what do you think would the next show we do somewhere, what do you think we could do to make it better, like a better experience for people? I think if we get the camera set up and we're actually filming, I think that would be kind of cool, because then we're basically doing a cast right there. We've already got a podcast done.
Well, yeah, that's what I said the other day. It's like, I worked at my other part-time job that I use for connections and networking at the bar and the restaurant, because there's a lot of realtors and stuff like that that come in, and I bounce ideas off them and get some work. But I was working the night before, and then I had to get up 4 hours later and drive 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, if I didn't feel so rushed, and we could prep and we could get there, like, because we got there half an hour after the thing started.
Yeah, roughly.
You know what I mean? It was like,
well, there wasn't really anybody there, so.
I get it, but it wasn't even that. It was just like,
the fact try to get there early. Yeah.
The fact that we've done it once now, and we have some type of idea of, what it takes for us. We were there last year, and we were there as
right.
viewers and guests, let's say, but this time we were participants. So we went there with basically no idea what was going to happen.
I mean,
and how
if
to
we
deal
could
with
get
it.
that screen to be more viewable, like, you know, with your, when you're flying your drone, you have like that, you know, that thing that goes around so you can, you know, the sunshade thing.
Sunshade, yeah.
So maybe we could have come up with something like that to make because they had to like squint to see the actual footage, you know, the loop that we created.
You know,
And it kind of like, man, I worked hard on that thing. But then again, that could take away from things. I don't know. I don't know. But I saw some cool tables with some nice printing on, you know, like you know, those tables with their logo on it and stuff. That was pretty cool.
I didn't leave the booth except to go get a freaking
Well,
pizza.
they were just, you know, like where I was sitting to my right, there was a couple booths there, the St. Pete College one and then other one. They were like embroidered or you know, they were really nice. Which is, I just thought about it. My mother-in-law is like could create something like that for us. Like we could get it. I don't know. She does embroidery.
What her mother-in-law's for, brother.
That's right. Yeah, and she likes me now, I think. Does she like me? She liked me at Thanksgiving.
Okay, good.
But yeah, so yeah, we'll get better. We'll, as we say at the end of the podcast, we'll do better. We'll get better. But oh, I forgot to tell you, the first couple we're getting some feedback.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so one guy said, "Hey Mike, your lighting's horrible. You know, you know, because I said, you know, what did you think about the episode? I do that in a little question." And another guy said, what do you say? Yeah, you need better lighting. And I'm like, yeah, we know that. And you need, how much is the Bees 360? How much is that? How much do you make doing that? And I just got to figure out how to reply. I haven't figured out how to reply yet. I tried to reply.
B360, you know, throw it out there right now. B360's jobs are dictated by multiple things. How big is the job? What type of job is it? How far away is the job? You know, for some reason they gave me a job. Listen, one of the jobs I did today, no exterior.
What?
Exactly, because you know I get to the house and I usually do the interior first, and then I say, you know, I'll get that out of the way, and you guys can go back about your business, and I'll just do the exterior and the roof, and I'm out of here.
Really?
And he goes, yeah, well, my wife is still, you know, getting ready, whatever. I said, so listen, I'll do the exterior and I'll do the drone, and then, you know, then that'll take me like 20 minutes, and you know, I'll come up. So then I'm in the app, and I'm like, there's no exterior. It's not even asking me to do the exterior. I didn't even have to do the exterior.
I've actually never had that happen.
Me neither. And it was a $55 job.
So there you go. That's your answer. It can be anywhere from, if it's just exterior, which is just literally 15-minute job, it can be $25 to all the way up to what white glove is $100.
Yeah, 100, and that's within for me, it's within a 30-mile radius. Any more than 30-mile radius, I'm getting money.
Oh yeah, and then you get travel pay. Like if you ask for travel pay, they're pretty good about giving you travel pay. So just if you guys don't know what B360 is, it's a home inspection app that the insurance companies use, like in Olympus, Swift. What are some other ones? Vault.
Truth.
What's that?
Truth, I guess.
Yeah, Truth. Because all these insurance companies are big insurance companies are leaving the state of Florida. So state of Florida is like in a flux, and all these I'm guessing mid-level insurance companies are coming in, taking over and offering better premiums. Anyway, we're the guys they send out, and we basically take the photos for the insurance company.
All we do is take images and hit send, and they go away.
Yeah, and then we also do insurance claims as well. So great way to what, Davey, to earn while you learn, right?
Well, I mean, as I was talking to Matthew or Matt, as he referred to himself, Matt. He was trying to, he wants to break into getting work. And I said to him, I said, pick something like the Beast 360 format where you're actually just getting comfortable flying your drone in environments where, it's like sometimes you're at a 1,400 square foot home in the middle of a field, and the next thing you're in a $9-10 million home in the middle of a double gated community, and you've got to fly your drone 2 feet off the roof, and take pictures of all components, whether it's windy and there's branches and trees and all that stuff. So I said, getting comfortable being uncomfortable is part of the process, and walking up to a house that is like 9,000 square feet and $10 million, and you're going up there and you got to go in and you got to present yourself, and you've got to do and you've got to fly your drone, and and then get out of there and go to another house, and the next job could be at a 1,500 square foot 2-bedroom shack.
7 minutes.
It sort of condenses the reality of just realizing that you're doing a job with a bigger focus on moving forward. And
This is my mom and dad.
I'm on the white.
That's the shot glass that my mom and dad passed on to me.
There you go. Yeah. Well.
Oh, hey. Not to cut you off, but I when I was editing that last podcast, the 5th podcast, I think, that was when we talked about manifestation and stuff, and your mom, and how Dancing Queen came on the radio and all that and everything. Dude, I was talking to your mom because I put the graphics on there dancing. I'm like Googling ABBA.
ABBA.
Dude, I went down a rabbit hole for that graphic. I'm like, oh, I remember this song, Dancing Queen.
There you go, yeah. Oh, buddy, I told you I pulled into the gas station. I'll repeat it. I pulled into the gas station, and I'm in there.
Oh my God.
I was like, what am I doing in here? And why am I? And then I backed out of the car, the thing, and I got in the car, and I was like, change the channel. And I just changed the channel on the radio, and the next thing, Dancing Queen come on. For those listening right now, it was a song that was played. My mom passed away during COVID there, and we couldn't all get home because we couldn't travel. And when she was cremated, they put whatever, and they were all dancing around her coffin. Oh my God.
But I was putting the graphic,
not as bad as it sounds, but
I did like a snippet, on snip like a YouTube graphic of the video. But I was like, oh well, I'll just watch the video, and it brought me back to when I was like 12, like,
there you go, yeah.
Dancing Queen, and I was just like,
12.
I remember those Swedish girls. But I actually was talking to your mom. I was like, hey, Mama Kieran, it's me and Davey. We're doing the podcast.
And
shout out to you. I'm putting your favorite graphic, your favorite song on the podcast. But I listened to about 5 or 6 ABBA videos.
Did you? Yeah.
Like I said, I went down the rabbit hole.
That was the 70s, bro. That was us. That was like how we grew up.
And then I was thinking, I'm like, okay, because we're that podcast was a lot about manifestation. How I never believed in it until that happened to me. Hey, Dad, give me a sign that you made it to heaven. And I don't know, give me a hummingbird. And that day I went on a pickup and delivery, and a lady brought out a box for my daughter because I was talking about my daughter. And here's the.
It's not showing.
Hold on, it will.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
There you go. There's the box.
Oh my God, yeah.
But in episode 4 or 5 of the Double Shot Drones,
my money.
I took a picture of that when she was sleeping last night, and I took it in the kitchen, and I took a picture of it, and I put the graphic on there and everything. And today she's like, Dad, where's my box?
Oh.
I didn't put it back. I'm like, what box are you talking? I forgot about it. I was like, Oh, the hummingbird.
the hummingbird.
You
So
can't hear it. Can't see it, Brent. You gotta be in front of me.
Lots of
But we're gonna, how much time we got left there?
3 minutes and
Okay, Brent, all right. That's
good
her.
job, Brent. Good job the other day. Thank you.
He's saying good job.
peace out.
She's
Peace
saying
out.
peace
Thank
out.
you for the donuts.
Oh yeah, that's right. So anyway, so I think, and I thought about it, we got 3 minutes. I thought about it. We could do a whole episode on manifestation. Your mom, my mom and dad, that whole thing. And maybe we could like get an expert on manifestation. I don't know. That would be cool, like to interview. Because I really believe in it now. And I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, and Aaron Rodgers, who used to be our quarterback, he was huge on manifestation. He would actually
He
play,
manifested himself to the Jets where
yeah, he
he's never gonna
manifested
win another thing in his life.
Yeah, but he was big on like actually playing the game before he played the game in his mind, like literally played the game before, and a lot of quarterbacks and a lot of successful athletes do that now.
Yeah.
They've got in the manifestation.
Your vision how you're going to feel at the end of the day after you win the game.
Yep. Yeah,
by
how
scoring
what your
32
state of
points.
mind is going to be, what your modalities are going to be, all that. It comes in. The Tony Robbins talks about that, doesn't he? Like how you can manifest everything. So yeah, I'd like to read some books on it. That'd be interesting. We got
Your mind is your temple.
got 1 minute and a half. Yeah. I mean,
my mind is my temple.
Yep.
Okay.
Was that Brody? That was Brody.
I hope you heard that.
Oh shoot, there's rats everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you had said, I think in that podcast you had talked about that putting the energy, you're putting that energy out there. Like the universe is just infinite energy, and you're putting that energy out there, and it's out there and it's flying around, and it's so are you putting the right energy out there, or are you putting
the people that walk around daily and are miserable.
Yep.
They're always miserable.
They're always miserable because they're putting that
so you may as well think
negative
happy thoughts
energy out there. Yeah.
So how much time do we have left?
About a minute. Hey
Less
guys,
than a minute.
you can't. Hey, you guys can't fight when we're doing a podcast. Hey, we're recording, guys. Bren, we're recording. Bren, we're recording.
So until next time.
Well, hold on. We got less than a minute. Yeah. Okay. So, anything high this week or last week?
We're gonna get cut off, but until next time.
All right. How many shirts we got now? We have 6 to raffle off, or 6 large plus 2 medium.
So
keep grabbing.
that's been 6.
That's what?
6, including a mug. So this
Okay,
is now,
this is the 6th shirt then. You got to put it's a large double shot.
Mark Larson.
Mark Larson, congratulations. You get a free double shot drone shirt.
Free?
Yeah, we're raffling them off. That's what a raffle is, man.
Oh, I didn't know.
A year supply of Colgate toothpaste.
A year supply of Colgate. All right, 1 more or 2 more. We got let's hurry this up. We got 2 medium shirts to raffle off.